All right, welcome back. So today we'll go through my equipment for a two-man team sniper match. Unlike Mammoth, it's a one-day event. There's no real field equipment needed, but we'll still talk through kind of the shooting gear that I'm going to bring that I think is pretty versatile, and will do a lot of things for you. So probably most interesting to everybody is the rifle. So I'm shooting a BCM rifle. It has the DeFore Performance 1 in 7.7 twist stainless steel barrel. Very accurate barrel, 16-inch barrel. I've had pretty much good success with it, shooting everything in the 77 grain variety. That's just about an inch plus or minus 0.2 there. So very good barrel, and it's been very consistent for me as well. And the Surefire muzzle brake, really I'm getting just good performance out of that. It's going to do what I want for this match, which is largely keep my gun on target through the recoil cycle so I can spot those shots coming through. Geisley Mark 8 handguard with a piece of 12-inch Arca rail from Area 419. And then I have my optics set up here, which is a Vortex Razor 1 to 10 with the mill reticle in a Badger mount, and I have their low diving board with the Vortex Impact 4000. I use this for Mammoth. It has some limitations. It's not as quick, and the beam isn't as tight as some other lasers out there, but for this match, I think we'll be okay. So you got my controls for it right there on the front of the mag well, so I can reach that with my trigger finger. And on the opposite side, I have the Badger bubble level. So very nice setup there. Got my Annex Defense throw lever. So I really do like this as a optic package for this match. This match requires the secondary shooter who's shooting 5.56 or 308 to be max 10 power. And this scope is a very good reticle. It does well on 10x. It does well all the way down on 1x. And what I like about it as well is that I can put on the illumination just a little bit so I can turn my reticle in the center red. And that way if I come out of the eye box, I'll see that color change immediately and then know I got to get back in there so I'm not imposing more parallax issues than are necessary. And the HRF Concepts Magwell, guys, the SSAE trigger, the Knights selector with no ambi tab added, guys, the Super 42 in the stock. And then I have the B5, pretty standard stop mod stock, little added bag rider, cheek piece added with my little Velcro there as well. Guys, the airborne charging handle. And then I have the Magpul 20 round PMag with a +5 extension. I'm pretty sure these were made by Shield Arms. And what I like about this is, as you can see, I can get it pretty low to the ground. Even with only like 1 or 2 notches out on my Harris bipod, but still get +5 rounds, so almost 30 rounds in the gun on demand. I have a Vickers sling attached. This is their 2-point padded sling. Great sling, does everything pretty well. There's no free running tail, which is good for this, nothing to get snagged on. Do I think that I'll need this sling for the match? Probably not, but who knows, maybe I need to carry something in 2 hands. I can throw this sling on. And again, it's on QD points, so very easy to remove. Overall, great rifle, great setup. I'll be able to range and get ballistic solutions on a blind stage immediately, which is going to be a big help. If there's no blind stages, I might not even take the cover off or turn this thing on, but it doesn't really hurt me for anything else. Going into the shooting for the rifle, some other support equipment. I got my Vortex switchback carbon tripod. Same one I use at Mammoth with the table on top and the bungees that'll hold my shooting bags. Speaking of which, I have a variety of bags that I'm bringing. So the first one, it's kind of like a mini game changer, but it has the Arca clamp on it, so I can attach this to the handguard, and then it'll be attached to the gun. So I can move around and not worry about retaining my bag. I suspect I'll probably see this used the least in this match, but still a good option to have if I need it. Another mini game changer. This one is super light. I really like this one because it's just easy form factor, easy to carry, doesn't weigh anything, and we'll see how it interfaces with my bag buckle as well. So great bag here. And then lastly, the full size game changer, again with the Get Life build. This thing doesn't weigh anything, so this will probably see a ton of use during the match. I'm gonna have my rifle in one hand, bag in the other, and then get in there and go to work. Lastly, for the rifle, I have this little armband. I put some masking tape on it to write notes on. I have a Sharpie in the elastic as well. So instead of carrying a whole notebook, I'll just bring this, write what I need to on it, whatever notes. And this is very, very compact, so it fits in a pocket or something like that. And I can wear it during a match if needed during the stage. 30 round PMag. Might need this, might not. It doesn't hurt to have it with you just in case. The pistol is going to be my Chambers Custom Night Fighter 2011. You guys have seen this on the channel probably a million times now. Super accurate, super reliable. My teammate for this, he's also shooting a 2011. He's probably shooting one of his Atlas guns, so he wanted to have some magazine compatibility. So this is what I'm shooting. Great mag well from STI, the old classic one there. Acro P2, and then I have an Atlas 170mm magazine, so I can get about 28 rounds in this gun to start a stage with, which is probably more than enough, but just in case, I have room for 2 other magazines on the belt, and probably what I'll do is have 1 mag in the gun, 1 in this rear pouch, so I can start, and if I have to get prone, I can just take this one out. And these pouches lay flat, they're elastic, so they're really, really minimalist when not in use. I have a 1 extra rifle magazine pouch. I'm not going crazy on rifle mags. Again, 1 in the gun, 1 on the belt, 50 rounds total for a stage. Should have no problems with that. This frag pouch, that's typically used for my Insta360, but I'll have it there just in case. 1 tourniquet, and then just clipped to the back of my belt is my Vortex Diamondback HD 2000 laser rangefinder. So if I need to lace something without the rifle, I have that option as well, and it just is clipped via the pocket clip onto a molly loop, and it'll just hang out there behind my pistol and be out of the way. As I mentioned earlier, I got a bag buckle up front, so I can clip a game changer bag to the front of my belt here. So I got another free hand if I need something. I'll show you guys some footage of that as well, just kind of panning over, showing how the belt fits. So this really completes the setup here, guys. They say 100 rounds to shoot it clean. I'll probably bring 300 of both caliber, and just in case. I think that's a smart move. But the most important thing is training for the match, figuring out how to bring exactly what you need, nothing you don't, and learning how to use all your equipment so you can be successful without having a ton of extra gear on you. Any questions, guys, please let me know. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say in the comments. Thanks.